Hey, so I made it to episode number 13 and my first episode recorded from my parents' place in Florida. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been doing this week. It's the first week I've been down here. I've been getting over bronchitis, so it's the second week since I've been gone from my job, but really the first week I've been able to do anything major. And I've done a bunch of things related to personal, getting unpacked and all of that, and then started working on some of the professional things as well. So just a quick recap. I've got some space. My mom was really great and gave me some closet space and a dresser to put all my stuff in, so I've been spending a lot of time unpacking all of my junk from my car. I changed the address on my renters and my car insurance, and I mentioned this when I was driving, but both of them are more expensive here in Florida. And just something that you may want to know in case you ever do this yourself, wherever you are living is the place that your renter's insurance is charged. So it's different prices in different states. And because I'm living in Florida, even though all my stuff is in a storage unit in Virginia, I will be charged for what the cost of renter's insurance is in Florida to cover that stuff, which sucks since there's hurricanes down here, so it's more expensive. But not the end of the world. Earlier this week, I called the Arlington tax office. Since Arlington is so kind, they charge property taxes on your vehicle. So I had to call them and get them to prorate since I left the state early. That way I didn't have to pay taxes for the entire year on my vehicle. So I took care of that this week. And then next week I'm going to the DMV down here to get my license and my plates changed over. If you ever move and then move back to a state, I did this back in 2006, I lived in Florida, and the state of Maine tried to charge me for taxes, income taxes, even though I lived in Florida the entire year of 2006, because apparently if you move and don't have an intent to stay, at least in Maine, I don't know about other states, but they could potentially still charge you taxes for the year that you were not even living in the state or working in the state. But fortunately, as soon as I had moved to Florida in 2006, I had intended to stay, so I registered to vote and I got my license plate and my driver's license changed. So I was able to provide that proof to the state of Maine and was not charged Maine income taxes for the year I wasn't even living there. But anyway, so I highly recommend that whenever you move somewhere that you change over your plates and your license so that you don't end up having to pay dual taxes to two different states, especially if you move back to your prior state. So I'm taking care of that next week. I also have set aside time to practice piano. You may have noticed I posted a video of my initial piano skills because I'm trying to learn. And I'm also working on Spanish, since I think the first stop I'm going to make when I start to travel in January is going to be Barcelona. I want to know a little bit more of the local language, so I'm working on that as well. So I'm trying to balance things between personal goals like the piano and the Spanish. I also want to do some more reading. I really enjoy reading, and it's been a while since I've picked up a book. And between the professional time. So since I don't have a 8-hour, 40-hour a week job, I want to figure out a good balance. It's stressful for me because I've always worked 40 hours a week. So I'm finding it stressful to not work 8 hours a day. I got up at 9 today. Like I said, I've been recovering from bronchitis, so I got up a little earlier today than I've been getting up at 10 and 11 all week just to get some extra sleep, and it's making me feel guilty, which is ridiculous to be honest, but it's just what I've been used to. My whole life I've had to get up for class or had to get up, and now I don't have to. So I'm trying to set a schedule for myself. I do want to have a routine. I don't want to just kind of float along because it's just not in my nature. I don't think it's in most people's nature. You need some sort of schedule and routine to make things go smoothly and to be productive and motivated and all of that. So I'm putting together a routine, but I'm also just trying to relax a little bit and not worry about if I don't get 8 hours in of productive work. It's okay, and I will be able to get everything done that I need. But on the professional front, I did purchase a domain name for Gallivanting Gal Travel so that I can build a website. I also created a Gmail account, so if people want to reach me, it's gallivantinggaltravel@gmail.com. And I'm sure I will soon have on my domain as well, but I just haven't set that up yet. I also set up a Twitter account. So I've never tweeted before. I had a Twitter account at one point to get some free game bonuses or something. So I had to clear all that out, and I am now ggaltravel at Twitter. I couldn't do gallivanting gal travel because the Twitter usernames can only be so long. So that is what it is. I started trying to get organized. I post to some Facebook groups. There's a female digital nomads Facebook group, and there's a female solo travelers, and there's a women who travel, I think is a Condé Nast group that they created. Anyway, I post on these different Facebook groups to ask, depending on what kind of question I'm asking. So I posted the digital nomad group just to ask people how they stay organized. And most people use Trello, is really common. If you haven't seen it before, it puts everything in columns, and you can have different groups of things, and you can drag and drop little cards, and you can put tasks with them. I like a timeline, so that's not really for me, but I looked at some of the other tools, and I think what I'm going to stick with for now at least is Google Calendar. So I'm going to do a video on how I use it for those who may be wanting to do something similar. And I also use Microsoft OneNote. And so both of those are free, which is perfect with the income that I have right now, which is zero. So I'm going to continue on with those for now. And I spent some time this week just setting up recurring tasks. I put on, making sure I record an episode every week. I also want to start recording lessons of things I've learned. I've started recording when I'm practicing piano a couple times a week because I want to track my progress and just see if I can learn piano from these different apps that are online and YouTube videos. I also added walking with my mom in the morning because we're trying to be healthy. Cooked omelet with mushrooms and spinach for the parents this morning, and as well as scheduling my time for piano and Spanish. So I'm getting all of that organized into different categories, when I should post on YouTube, when I should post on social media, just to keep the momentum going. I tried changing my Instagram account to a business account, and then because of that, you have to set up a Facebook page. So I did all of that, but then you have to post, when you post on Instagram, if you want to cross-post to Facebook, it has to post to your page. You can't post it to your personal account. And I think people are going to get tired of trying to follow all the different social media pages and things that are set up. And I just thought that was too much to have. I will keep the Facebook page and maybe eventually try to get people to join and all of that. But for now, it's just fine putting it on my personal page. I'm not trying to get followers on Facebook. So I switched it back. I'm not doing enough on Instagram. I don't have enough followers to really worry about promoting things and all of that. So for now, I'm keeping that personal. There's just so much to learn about these different social media platforms, and a lot of them now offer business tools. So there's a lot I have to learn about that. I reached out to a tax professional. I looked online for tax pros in this area. I just sent them they have a form to fill out. We'll see if they respond. If they don't by Monday, I'll go ahead and give them a call. Hopefully I can meet with them next week and start asking them some of these questions about what I have to worry about if I do consulting or freelancing, and if my clients are in Europe versus the United States, and where I'm living and where the business is based and paying my taxes. Start taking care of all of that next week. And then obviously I edited and posted episode 12, which was my road trip down here. I hope you were able to check it out. I really enjoyed doing car karaoke. And that is the update for this week. Nothing too exciting, really just getting organized and making sure that I'm setting myself up for success, and also just trying to learn to relax. I'm kind of in a little bit of an early retirement right now, and I need to chill out, focus on myself, hang with my parents, all those really great things. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned.